Welcome to Mafinia, the largest and longest running village I've worked on to date, taking over 300 days in game and hundreds of hours to build in real time. The first 22 years of this village were built live on stream with the help of the Flatbread Mafia, but silently, behind the scenes for the last 18 years in game, I've been adding and upgrading the village to bring you our now year 40 village. The first half of this village was built live, so if you'd like to see that, I'll have a link to that at the end of the video. But with that, let us explore Mafinia. This is basically where we initially started the village and we expanded out through here. There's a little chicken coop and some farms here. But I wanted to show you my house. Here is the house. This is where we are in the map. This village is basically the equivalent of like 2 village sizes. Pretty much following this road right here south of Ostoya all the way to the edge of the map. And this is where our house is. On the right here we have a bathing and laundry corner. And of course we have some new foliage around. Leading up to the house, we have some plank platforms. Someone gave me a little apple basket and some coin. We also have like a little side extension of the house for our vagabond Alpheus or some random travelers that may not have a place to stay for the night. And we got a little pond out front. Now, before we go deeper into the middle of Mafinia, I also wanted to show off our little herbalist hut. This was built pretty early into the village. This place is really nice looking. I love this herbalist hut here. Pretty much mixed up with poppies, flower pots of all types of varieties. Looks like some dude is hanging out in the back. But now the herbalist got a pretty good thing going on here with all of their plants. And I do hope you guys find some good ideas for building your own village if you decide to do so. This is where we started, but I figured I'd show the sides off here because this is technically where the village started. We started off building off of this road. We got some houses here, our main resource storage, as well as one of our first trees we planted. And the pillar of the mountain. I think this is the Skouki pillar. We decided to get the Skouki pillar for this village. But on the sides as well, we have some seating arrangements, a couple other homes of the other villagers, some NPCs, some actual players. And some of the tables were actually decorated up pretty nicely here. Like we got some flatbread, some cheese, some fruits and vegetables on the side. And then we have right here our food storage building. This is our main food storage in the central of town. And next to it, we have a kitchen along with a little seating area. So on the right here, we have a little pond here with some fish in it. Yes, the fish are alive. Don't worry about that. And then we have the kitchen. This is where the magic happens. This is where all the flatbread is being made, as well as some pies, some cheese, some tarts, some berries. I think we got some cups and cutlery in here. In addition, of course, we got the food stall, and we have a little well around here, all decorated up. And then when people want to get some food or they want to eat, we have some seating areas here. It's kind of dead around here. I wonder where everybody is. I'm pretty sure a good amount of people are off working right now, so I feel like we should have some people wandering around.
Hello?
Are you just staring at a wall, child? Okay. Anyway, this is our smithy, the main smithy of Mafinia. We got a handful of shields, mostly being built. We got a training dummy, a little place to sit if anybody wants to, as well as some sales going on. I think this kid is an apprentice, so he's kind of just chilling out. On the side here, we have a little bit of logging for some like firewood and stuff like that. What I mainly want to show in this area is this leads to the International House of Flatbread, the original International House of Flatbread, also known as IHOF. This is the main tavern of the village and probably one of the biggest money makers we have. We have a couple tables around here, at least one in the front, as well as a bell tower. Inside here, I believe my mother works here. Yes, Agnes. And we got some food. We got some linens at the bottom, all decorated up. We got some clay. I think we got some cabbage in a basket here. And a couple people, looks like they're eating, enjoying some food. In the back as well, we got some bigger tables for seating for bigger events, as well as a little gaming table in the corner with some Hnefatafel, some dice, and a little washing area for the tavern. And this leads into the back. This tavern has 2 tiers, so this is like the inner tier. The outer tier just has like a little hangout spot with some firewood and a little campfire. And on the other side is some bathroom stalls, a wagon, and maybe a couple laundry things laying around. And that is the International House of Flatbread. Over here, we also have a workshop as well as our wagon area. This is the main workshop that we have going on. Wagons in here. We have some planks on the ground, some clay bowls, some cups being made. And on the opposite side, this is where people have been parking their wagons, because right here is our main markets. So these guys basically just park their wagons and they can go buy and sell as they need to. But just like a mix of baskets, wagons, all covered over with like some piers. But we'll get to the market in a second. That's more of southern Mafinia. We have a little seating area in the corner right here. We also have some geese that have a little bit of access to water. Oh, it's a little baby geese. Yeah, a bunch of geese around. All my pike and perch traps. I probably should have gotten rid of them, honestly. But that is most of central Mafinia. Next, let's go towards northern Mafinia. This is going to be where the church is, our graveyard, as well as a hedge maze. So we got a couple cool things up north. Remember this little area too, because I'm gonna point this out. We have a little island right here where someone lives with a bell tower and a well. So we'll come back around from this side, but I want to show some things off over here. We do have a couple houses. Here's one of the houses. I think we got another house over here that I could also show off. Just one of the locals that works in the village. They have their own poppy field, their own chill spot. They got their own laundry, a privy on the side. Right here is our central stables. This isn't our main stables, but we do have a stables here. And I think this is where, I don't have my horse housed here anymore. I think my horse is at the northern stables. And then the person that lives here, they have their little house on the stable with a little oat field. And if we go down a little bit further west before we start heading north, we also have the hops fields and the poppies. I might have overdone it with the hops, I'll be honest, but I really like how it looks with all the hops around. So we have a bunch of orchards in this village. Now heading to the north, we have some more orchards, as well as some, it looks like some people have been picking some fruit. Yeah, it looks like people have been picking fruit over here. But let's go this way. This will go kind of into the central area over here, because there are some more stalls around. A lot of the foliage around here is completely lined with rock, so this is like singular pieces all around. Here's another resource storage. I think this is a storage too. Food storage. Some homes on the side. I'll try not spin around too much. Another person's home. It looks like they have some weapons, some training dummies. If we keep heading further north, we might run into the pigs next. On the right, we have the pigsties. I don't know where the pigs are. Hopefully yeah, okay, we still have pigs. I was about to be like, did the pigs die? I hope not. All right, pigs are good. Pigs are just chilling in the pens. And then here is the village graveyard. And of course, Father's grave. Unfortunately, there was a terrible riding accident. We made sure to commemorate his gravestone with his mask that he wore all the time. But in addition to him, many villagers have actually passed in the village. And so we made a little graveyard commemorating all of them, as well as having a majestic tree in the center. And next to the graveyard, we have a little church. This is the Church of the Flatbread Mafia. We come inside here, we have some flatbread offerings, as well as some seating. We'll head to the northern entrance of the village next. Here's a better view of our pigsties. Looks like one of the pigs are out. A little piglet. Yeah, they're just chilling. It is summer, so maybe it's too warm, maybe it's too hot. And we got some pigs over here as well. We used the clay pits and wrapped the clay pits around with fences, and that ended up making some nice looking pigsties. And on the left here, I think we have some more clay pits, but we didn't really incorporate them that much. Now this is the northern part of town. I will mention this is basically where northern Mafinia ends. But on this left side here, this is Celia's stables. This is the main stables of the village. We have two stables, and we mostly breed and procure horses out here. So they have a lot more room. I think Megan is over here as well. There's my horse, Megan the Stallion. Or should I say my father's horse? Now, I think next we should check out the Hedge Maze. How about it? Built by Lord Billy. Let's see if I remember how to get through this. I'm gonna go through first person so I'm not cheating. I think I remember how to do this because I've done it a couple times. All right, I already failed. Here's the maze's center. We used to have a hen house here as the gazebo, but I think we ripped it out so we could put more buildings in. But it still looks pretty nice. And now we gotta get to the other side. I know they did a Medieval Dynasty official event with the Hedge Maze, but I never got to check it out. So if anybody checked that out, let me know about that in the comments. Next, let's check out the seamstress's hut. So mostly here is the straw hat maker. They make a lot of straw hats.
My favorite times of the year are...
And they also dye a lot of our flags in yellow and black. The main colors of the village. Looks like somebody's working. And it's kind of connected to a little house here. We tried to make it so it's looks like it's connected. Give it more of a custom look. If we go backwards this way, we also have some more houses. Looks like some more places people are hanging out. Some hops fields. We have a handful of hops also in the center of these waterways. And right here is that same island with the well. So this basically takes us back into Central. Also, I can't forget, kind of also in Central Mafinia, kind of Central Northern, this is the seamstress's home. In the back right here, we got some clotheslines. We got a little table with some bag, I think, on it. A privy, a little rock formation, and a pond. And then if we exit out this way, we are back towards where we started when we started the village tour. It was getting a little dark, so I wanted to sleep, but let's go check out Upper Mafinia next. Upper Mafinia is to the east, built by mostly Lord Bon and Lady Elislava. So this area is mostly homes and farms, as well as a little gaming area. So let's go check out Upper Mafinia. So Upper Mafinia, just basically we get to it by going up this way and crossing up into the hills here. And we got a couple fields and orchards along the way. We have poppies, we have plum trees. I think those are cherry trees. We got a big flax field. And I think this is a barn. Yeah, this is one of our barns. A couple more flax fields, as well as some fences lining the roads. This is a built-on road, so this isn't a road that we built personally. But the main roads that we didn't build are this big one right here, and then this fork down. But up here we have a little apiary. This is where we get most of our honey from the bees. This was the original home of Lord Bon and Lady Elislava. I believe Oleg lives here. Oleg with Agnes. That's my mother. Mother!
Can I help you with
Your father was the love of my life. He made me laugh, made me feel oh, I'm sorry, Mom. I know it is true. It's just a tragedy. We haven't gotten over it in the village yet. He was such a big part of the village. Yeah, we got a hops field here. We got some more houses, a couple of our donkeys, the uphill donkey shelter. And I think this pigsty is built onto, yeah, I think this pigsty is built onto the house. So we could actually go through here and get into the village or get into the house. So it's cool. And we got some pigs, some more hops. It looks like a bathroom and some onion fields. Up here, we also have a bunch of more fields kind of in the center. Looks like some of them are unsown. But we also have some beets. We have some onions, some poppies. We have another house, a couple houses up here. I see some cow sheds. Some sheep. Hello, sheep. Yeah, behind you we have a little fold with a bunch of sheep. Let's go back over to the farms right here and keep going further down. Right here we have some more hops and a food storage, along with looks like another home and a farm shed. So these are where the farmers are working. And I think another place to park our wagons when people enter the village, because this is also another exit up on the eastern side. But I think if we go over here, because we have some orchards, some more homes, I want to go show off the little gaming area. Yeah, right here. If we go down into this area, this is mostly like a park. This little area right here is mostly a park. But up here we have a little balcony where a lot of people kind of just hang out and have some fun. So we have people playing some music. Looks like people playing some dice, people playing some Hnefatafel. Oh, and we also have a little archery range right here as well. Hopefully nobody gets shot. Hopefully people are being safe.
My house needs repairs.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a handful of houses that need some repairs. It's also kind of cool we can go under here. And yeah, we got the little archery range. So this is another little orchard and hop section. Like I said, there's a lot of fields up here. So we make a lot of our money from fruits and vegetables. How else are we gonna make all of that flatbread? And that is another exit over there. I would say this is maybe more of the less developed areas if we keep going south this way. But we do have a little, I think this is a berry field. Yeah, we got some berries around this farm shed right here. And then inside here we have a bunch of berry bushes that we can pick berries from if we want to. And then a little place to hang out if our farmers are getting tired. Now, if we cut through this side here, there's a little gate. And now, this might look familiar. There's the markets. So let's go back towards Central Mafinia, and then we'll go explore Southern Mafinia. Here is one of our, I think this is our Hunter Lodge. Looks like we got some tanning racks. And another little archery range in the back. A little bit safer. Another villager's home, it looks like, as well as our building huts. And yeah, this leads to the workshop. So if this is Central Mafinia right here, let us head to Southern Mafinia and let's go into the market area. These are our main markets. I think we have a little bathroom area here. I think you gotta pay to use the bathroom in this area. These are the nice bathrooms. Surrounded by all of our market stalls, we have a little majestic tree in the center. And a couple seating areas in the middle, if a couple people just want to hang out here. And I think on the edges, we also have some more little park areas. Mostly like a little garden that people can walk through. We got chicory, daisies, dandelions, all types of herbs and plants. Some bushes, another little chill spot. Someone's chilling out over here. And I think this also leads to some more homes. So if we cross this little bridge, surrounded by the little oxbow around here, we have a teeny orchard, as well as another home. And I actually really like this house because this house has like a little back extension where you can go inside here, and looks like whoever's working in here has been doing some tanning, got some firewood, and then a little pond on the side and a privy. I think this is also more residentials. It looks like in the back here we have some firewood by a bigger house. Yeah, this looks like a much bigger house. In the southern area, we also have some more fields. Looks like we have poppies, flax, and oats all planted. Flax for days, flax for days. A little farm shed, another house, an unsown field. A couple of the fields out here are gonna be unsown, but that's okay. It looks like they got to most of them. In the south here, like I said, this is the furthest south the village goes. And I think this is Lord Azot's home. We got some tanning racks in the front, some clotheslines, a wagon. He has his own set of geese. So if we pop up in here, we got some geese. You got a little fence. And then all the way around right here, we have some stone pillars wrapping around the edge, because this is technically the end of the village on the southern side. If I try to go any further south in this area, the map literally ends, so we can't go much further than building where we're already at. So this is the farthest the village has gotten. Well, let's head north. Let's go towards the Seedy Tavern. We have a Seedy Tavern, that is right. I think if we pass this bigger house here and we go to the left, we have another home, as well as another tavern. This tavern is not as popular, Probably a bit more run down than the International House of Flatbread, but they still get some business. People here are still chilling out. There are some holes in the roof, but I mean, they sell good ale and that's what counts. And of course, we got some hangout spots, a lot of tables. It's pretty dead out here though right now. IHOF is probably the more popular tavern of the two. Now we're coming back towards the markets over there, but in the center here we have all of our donkeys. This is a little donkey shelter, as well as some space for the donkeys to roam around. I think we have some laundry areas. A little fishing hut is hidden in the back. Actually, we got a couple hidden things in this area. We also have a secret amphitheater. The secret amphitheater. Who's this? Navoya? Navoya, I'm glad you come to our meeting. Sell more flatbread. That is all. Meeting adjourned. So yeah, we have a little amphitheater, I guess, if we want to have a little village chat. Over here we got some cows, and these are my main fields. These are the fields that I probably worked on the most manually. We got some, it's mostly flax, that's how you can tell. Flax for days, flax for days. Next to the flax fields, we got some sheep. We got another fold built in with the fold worker, their home. I took all the farmers out, so they weren't really working on the fields right now, but we're set to 30-day season, so we have plenty of time to work on the fields. It's basically vacation time for a lot of the villagers. Now, if we go over here, that is the pillar. So that is, we're back officially in the center of the village. But we did miss one thing in the corner over here that I forgot to check out. I built a little rock formation. Kind of built around some berry bushes. I don't know, I thought it would be a cool little medieval playground. Albeit dangerous, but it is what it is. We got a little rock formation though in the western part of the village, right next to the miller's home. Because now we're kind of in the center of where all the hops fields are. But if we go up here, we can actually go into the western area and we can go check out some of the last hamlets that some of the people have built. So right here, this is the miller's house. He's got some firewood. This is how he gets to work. He just literally leaves home and comes in right here. I mean, he's got a lot of walking around to do with all these hops, so it's best that he works or lives as close to his house as possible. And then the poppy fields, and that heads over to northern Mafinia. But let's go into western Mafinia. This is towards the hamlets. This area is less built in, I would say. But we have a couple people that built over here. Up here we have a couple log houses. And I think a woodshed, a resource storage, and a workshop. Little campfire with some seating stumps all around and some wagons. And I think if we go into the back right here, yeah, we have a well. So the villagers don't have to walk into the central part of town to get some water. They can just come back here. As well as some privies and some bushes. Back over here, we also have some more homes in the back. We also have another decent sized field. We have another little orchard. And then we're gonna check our main hamlet, the mining hamlet, which is one of our biggest things. So if we just jump down here, you can see it. It's completely walled off. Before we check out the developed mine, let's go check out one of our other villagers' homes. Some of the people decided to live a little bit further away from the village, and this is just an example of one of our players. This is Disaster's home. She has I think this is a chicken coop with some orchards in the back. If we got some chickens in here. A resource storage, a kitchen, little decorated up front house, and some of the new trees. Right next to a little waterfall, a little creek. A quaint little place. And it's right next to the abandoned hunting lodge. Now, if we go further down here, this is the Termite Mine. And this place is pretty well defended. I think it's walled off on most sides here. If we go in here, there is a little welcoming area, just in case, you know, we need to lock it up here, because this is where we make a lot of our money. This is where we bring in all of our metals. So in case any bandits try and attack us, we're well prepared and defended to deal with anybody. Not that bandits are actually going to attack us, but just in case. But yeah, walled off on the side here, we have a little training dummy, some privies, the exile Crip's home. This is the edge of the village, the edge of the hamlet, but the exile Crip lives in the corner over there. Like I said, this is mostly a mining hamlet. So we have a smithy here for people working. I think this is an apprentice. So I'm assuming the master smith is out right now. We have a storage building. We have a couple homes. There is the mine that we're mostly mining in. And all of the houses over here, all of the miners live in this space. So the 3 or 4 homes that we have here, the miners work over here. And then I think we also have a stall that sells weapons and farming tools. Stall worker might not be here right now, but that's fine. Of course, how could we forget the sword and the stone? How could we forget about the sword and the stone? I mean, the best we could get for a sword and a stone. But you know, it works. It's a little fanfare attraction of the village. Got to bring some money in. And then the final thing, we have a little hangout spot right by the waterfall. Yeah, I think that's basically the entire village of Mafinia. We're on top of the waterfall now. You can see the church up there, and we have a little bridge where we catch a bunch of fish. Shout out to all the members of the Flatbread Mafia that contributed to this project. Truly, guys, this would not have been the same without you. Be sure to check the pinned comment in the description if you'd like to see all the amazing contributors that helped build this village. And if you'd like to see the series from the beginning that started Mafinia, I'll have a link to the playlist here, as well as last year's village tour if you'd like to see my previous village, Gustovia. But until next time, y'all, thanks for watching, and take care.